Hello, I'm the Reviewer. You review it, I review you. This is my partner, Mr. It. Patreon sponsored request today, TerryByte's review of Round the Twist.
You see this thing?
Dude, that thing was 60 bucks!
You know, maybe it's my nostalgia glasses, but I'm starting to think that Australian TV isn't as good as it was back in the day.
No.
Now, while we did have a lot of shows direct from the US and UK, such as Art Attack, there are a lot of homegrown shows as well. In fact, anyone abroad might have heard a few of them, such as Bananas in Pajamas.
That's one of those titles that I have memories of, but I have no idea why.
So why is Round the Twist memorable? Well, it was weird. So weird in fact that some episodes include references to flatulence, defecation, urination, vomiting, body odor, underwear. Well, alright, that's not that weird.
Okay, that all sounds kinda gross, but not really weird. Hell, a lot of kids shows both old and new discuss these topics, for better or worse.
Birth, one involving a male.
Was this series the inspiration for Junior? No! No! We are not showing that monstrosity!
Death, nudity, exhibitionism, genitalia, homosexuality, bestiality, coprophagia, infantilism, and I saved the best for last, incest.
Why does incest come up whenever we deal with Australians?
Now for this retrospective, I picked one episode from each of the first 3 series. I remember these episodes quite vividly.
In other words, these were the most traumatic.
What is it?
Look at that!
Huh, I guess they were so surprised that they could talk even without moving their mouths.
Magic!
Now that is a really nice booty.
It also turns out that Linda has a crush on this middle-aged man named Hugh.
Wait, he's wearing a leather jacket, he's a douche.
Why must media ruin cool looks?
Meanwhile, Pete and Bronson start abusing the machine. Yeah, remember this line?
We've got a vow never to use this ever again.
Well, it took 3 minutes to go back on that.
Quite frankly, I'm surprised it took that long.
And witness the greatest of editing magic.
Holy shit! How did they do that? I don't know!
Hey, if it works, it works.
But uh-oh, looks like the rabbit is wreaking havoc because Linda apparently just left it in there.
Okay, unless that's the rabbit from Holy Grail, I think we're fine.
What's he do? Nibble your bum?
It's the balance of nature. You can't make something from nothing.
Somebody's been watching Full Metal Alchemist.
He turns out to be such a dork, a dag, a total dipstick.
What, dipstick? With a color effect.
So now let's go to season 2 with an episode called Little Squirt.
That already sounds nasty.
That has got to be the most Aussie boys toilet I've ever seen. It's basically a shipment container without a roof.
That's so very, very sad.
Is this a thing? In my whole school life, was I just not shown the way of pissing up war competitions?
Well, we probably have the term pissing match for a reason.
Look how excited these guys are. How bored were kids before the internet that they had to look at people pissing as a form of entertainment? Actually, that still happens nowadays. Yeah, let's not get into that. So Bronson decides to chuck rocks into a river to let go of his anger.
As you do.
So anyway, a water mime, I think that's supposed to be a spirit. Doesn't look too spirity though. He's just black with a creepy white face. So Michael Jackson now thinks that Bronson threw all the rocks in the river.
That may be the best joke transition I've ever seen.
And hence Bronson starts getting terrorized by the water spirit. By getting wet.
No.
But what about the story arc at the beginning? Yes, here's one of the most memorable moments of the series.
That really speaks to the quality of the series.
And now it's time for the 3rd season. And let me tell you, the 3rd season has possibly the most famous episode of the entire series. Now for people out there who have seen the show, let me tell you which one I'm talking about. It's the one where Bronson swallows the fish.
Now that's bound to be a sexual slang term somewhere. If not, it totally should be.
That's Scribble. So ungingified Gribble here.
Does that mean he got a soul?
Holy mackerel, are you alright? No. Not you, my whirling derfish.
Just give the kid a damn break, would you? God.
I'm starting to notice a pattern with the show.
Watson, you've got a whirly willy.
This is a thing that happened, people.
Wait, Terry, where are you? What the hell's that?
Not the reaction I expected.
So Linda has to convince Bronson to cough up the fish before his mate dies.
After presumably a few hours, I think it's a little late for that.
Oh, don't worry, Gribbs. Rabbit's got an idea that'll put him out of the race for sure. The jig's up, Gribbs. I heard every word. Oh, poor Pete.
Well, gee, Pete, what did you think was gonna happen?
Not quite that.
The jig's up, Gribbs. I heard every...
I thought you had the safety on. I did.
That joke was so stupid it was legitimately hilarious.
I will say that it definitely did not age well. This is not like a Magnus opus or anything. It'll only entertain people who are really into its weirdness that Paul Jennings is known for, or for people who watch it for the nostalgia. But this definitely pushed the boundaries of what was acceptable for a G rating. I mean, I didn't even talk about the episode where Pete gets pregnant.
Thank God. This review is fun. Round the Twist seems like a really weird show, but somehow TerryByte managed to match that weirdness in the best way. I'm a reviewer. You review it, I review you.